In today's video, I'll show you everything you need to start taking measurements with your FieldDAQ device, starting with what's in the box. When you order a FieldDAQ, what comes in the box is the module, of course, and it also comes with these protective M12 covers or caps that you would take off anytime you want to actually use that port. But in order for the device to be IP67 rated, any unused port needs to be covered with a cap. So whether you have bought a voltage, a strain, or a sound and vibration module that looks like this, or a mini TC, all of the covers, all of the M12 ports will be covered. Okay, to start using your FieldDAQ, you're going to need a power supply. I've got an IP67 rated power supply here. It comes with these two connectors, but it doesn't have the cables shipped with it. So you would need to buy or have a standard AC power cable that has a pigtail end, and then also an L code M12 to pigtail cable. And I'll show you how to wire this in just a second. Additionally, you'll need a Ethernet cable here that's X code M12 to RJ45, and the RJ45 end will plug into your Ethernet port on your computer. Now you'll need a computer or controller that has Windows or Linux RT already installed, along with DAQmx. So let's wire our power supply to FieldDAQ. As I mentioned, it comes with these two connectors, and you'll need to wire the bare end of both of your wires through your connectors on either side. And I'll show you what the connector looks like on the inside and how to put that together. So this is what they would call the exploded view here. All of the contents. There's that, the ring, outside cap, and this is where you're going to take your very tiny screwdriver and loosen the screws so that you can actually stick your wire in and then tighten them back up. But first, you want to make sure you put everything else on the wire before you start wiring it up. So put everything backwards, if that makes sense, starting with this end. And just slide all your components on here. And then ultimately, this is where you would wire your leads to the right position in the connector. So for the power cable, this would be black is alive, and you'd put that in position 1. White is neutral, and that would get wired to position 2. Green is earth or ground, and you would wire that to the corresponding position. So you would do that, assemble it fully once you have, and I've actually already done that, so I'll show you what that looks like when you've done both connectors. All right, so I've wired up to the connectors, I've attached them to the power supply, and only then have I plugged in my power supply so it's powered on. Now, let's go ahead and connect it to our FieldDAQ. And that's going to be in position, power in up here on this port. So make sure to line up the pins and then screw it down, hand tight. All right. And now it is powered on, as shown by the indicator LEDs. Next, let's wire up the Ethernet. So you take your M12 end and connect it to channel 0 of the Ethernet ports. And this one's a little trickier sometimes to plug in because it's X code, as you can see. So just take your time. And then once everything's aligned, screw it in. It'd be a good idea, once you've actually got these hand tight, to take a wrench, kind of tighten them a little bit more to get that good seal if you're working around water, dust, dirt. And then plug it into your Ethernet port of your computer. So that's a hardware side. Now let's see if Max has discovered our FieldDAQ device. Once you're in Max, go down under My System to Devices and Interfaces, down to Network Devices, and it looks like it's already detected our FieldDAQ device. Status is attempting to connect, so that might take a couple seconds. That's okay. Usually doesn't take very long. And now it is connected. So if something happens and you don't see your FieldDAQ automatically detected, what I would do is go to Network Devices, right-click it, and then go find Network NI DAQmx devices. You should have a window that pops up. It should be in there, and then you would just add the device from there. So sometimes what happens is if I'm unplugging it, if I'm replugging it, if I'm plugging in like a CDAC Ethernet chassis, and something happens to the connection, I will many times go unreserve network device and then re-reserve it, and for some reason that kind of clears up some issues. So I would try that if you start getting any network issues. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out our other FieldDAQ videos for more how-to content.